Boker Tov, Chanukah Sameach, Chag Urim Sameach. Happy Chanukah to all of you. Last night I lit the Chanukiah with Ellis, and it was very cute. He was very animated and into it. So if you didn't watch that video, I encourage you to scroll back on the synagogue page or on Facebook or on YouTube and catch that. It's quite adorable, a little bit comical. And so I hope that you take your time and see that little bit of light in the world. So here we are. Rabbi Jay had a regular appointment that he has a standing appointment, and the time got changed, and so he was in traffic and not making it back in time. And so you get me today. The comments are there. I can't see you if you're here, but know that we know you're here. So don't stop commenting. We're going to talk about this week's Parsha, which is Miketz. At the end of 2 years, light that arrives on time. It says in the Parsha, Vayihi Miketz, Shnatayim Yamim. And it happened at the end of 2 full years. 2 full years have passed. Joseph remained in prison, forgotten, unseen, and waiting. And the Torah could have simply said, after 2 years, but it doesn't. It says Miketz, at the very end. The sages here precision, not randomness, not a delay without purpose, but timing that ripened quite quietly, not silently, but quietly in the dark. Joseph has done everything right. He's acted with integrity. He's spoken the truth. He helped others, and still nothing happens. Until suddenly everything happens. It's like that, right, in life? You're like waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting until, bam, here we are. And that's true for this part of teaching and tradition and Torah and learning and wisdom. Pharaoh dreams, the world shifts, and Joseph is lifted from the pit to the palace in a single moment. This teaching lands painfully close to home right now. We're living through a season where, it feels like more than a season, but we're living through a season where Jews around the world have been targeted simply for being who we are. Synagogues attacked, Jewish spaces threatened, individuals harmed for wearing a kippah, a Star of David, or simply being visibly Jewish in Jewish gatherings. It has shaken our sense of safety, and yet we still aren't surprised. How horrific is that, even just in thought? It stirred fear for many of us that we didn't expect to feel so openly, so close to home. And in moments like this, it's natural to ask, where is God? Why does this keep happening? How long must we wait for safety and protection and authenticity? Miketz doesn't answer these questions easily, but it offers something more honest and maybe more sustaining. It tells us that waiting doesn't mean abandonment. It doesn't mean that you're just here hanging, but no one's seeing. Maybe the ones we need to see are not seeing. But that silence doesn't mean absence, that darkness is not the end of the story, and we know it. The Torah repeats something extraordinary throughout Joseph's imprisonment. And God was with Joseph, not rescuing him, not preventing the suffering, but with. This is not the God of spectacle, it is the God of accompaniment. And that matters so deeply right now. Because Hanukkah, too, is not the story of where danger disappears. The Greeks were not magically erased. The threats were real, the trauma lingered, the miracle was not safety, it was light that refused to go out. The Maccabees did not wait until the world was secure to light the menorah, or the Ner Tamid as it was. They lit it while the threat was still real. They lit it knowing the oil was insufficient. They lit it anyway. That is, there's a Hebrew word, savlanut. Not passive patience, but steadfast courage. To carry. Joseph is carrying this faith through prison. The Maccabees carry light into danger. And today, we carry life forward, Jewish life forward, even when it feels heavy. There's something profoundly Jewish about this moment, that we do not deny fear, but we do not let fear define us. We do not ignore pain, but we refuse to let it extinguish our own light. We respond by not hiding our Judaism, but by strengthening it through community, through ritual, memory, and care for one another. Joseph's rise does not happen because he stops waiting. It happens because the waiting has stopped. Simply, I don't even want to say it stopped. The waiting shaped Joseph. Hanukkah's miracle does not happen because darkness ends. It happens because someone dares to light a flame inside it. That is our inheritance. So I ask you, where do you feel like you're still waiting for safety, for answers, for reassurance? What would it mean to practice this carrying, not as silence, but as courage? To keep showing up Jewishly, lovingly, visibly, even now? And where might you be called to be a small but steady source of light for someone else? Miketz and Hanukkah teach us the same sacred truth. Light arrives not when the world is ready, but when we are. I repeat, light arrives not when the world is ready, but when we are. Joseph steps into the moment when time ripens. The Maccabees light the Chanukiah, the menorah, the Ner Tamid, when the night is the longest. And we too are bearers. We're called to carry light, not because it's easy, but simply because it's necessary. Beloved friends, may this Hanukkah strengthen us, not by removing the darkness, but by remaining us, just as who we are. A people who endure, a people who light flames, and a people that know that even now, God is with us. You are a blessing to us, as we hope that you are aware of how much light we share with you on purpose, intentionally, because it's a reciprocal love, a reciprocal light. Let us be the mirror, the window for one another. Chag Urim Sameach. Happy Tuesday. Let us continue to work toward more light on our Chanukiot, on our Hanukkah menorahs, and also on this world. We are one human family, one heart of abundant love. We love you, and I can't wait to see you again tomorrow morning at 9:30. Have a great day, everybody. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. 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 Od Avinu Chai. Have a great day, everyone.